What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. What I'm going to be doing today is we're going to be doing some lima beans and ham hocks. We're going to be knocking it out in our slow cooker. While this is a very simple recipe, it does take a little bit of time to cook. So anyway, I'm going to bring you guys in just so you can see the ingredients we're using. Then we'll get cooking. The ingredients I'm going to be using for this are very simple. First of all, we have ham hocks. I already have some water in my slow cooker, so we're just going to go ahead and add these ham hocks into the water. So that's our first ingredient. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this. If you have a crock pot, you're going to put this on high for about 2 hours. So we have that. We have some celery and some onions we're going to get to a little bit down the road. Our seasoning is going to be Mr. Pete's Cajun Seasoning. I got this off of a website called Cajun TV Network. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to that website in the description. Run over there, take a look. They got a bunch of Cajun stuff over there. And our last ingredient, obviously, our most important ingredient, are going to be these large lima beans. Now, I don't soak these beans overnight, but what I will do while these ham hocks are kind of seasoning our water and getting cooked, I will add them to I will add them to some water to let them soak. And you know what, I'm going to go ahead and throw all of them in here. I may not use all of them, but I'll find some use for them. So we're going to let those soak for about 2 hours while these cook. We've had these ham hocks in here for about 2 hours. We're going to go ahead and set these aside. And when they cool off, we're going to go ahead and remove the fat and take the meat out, and we're going to add that back to our beans. So at this point, we have our beans. They've been soaking for the 2 hours. We're going to go ahead and add them to our water. And it looks like I have, just like I thought, we're going to have some leftover beans. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and still cook these beans and do another recipe with those in a different pot. So we got our beans in. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go with a little bit more beans. Going to add our onions to it. And as this is cooking, I'm going to continue looking at it just to make sure that we're not running low on the water. I'm going to add our celery and our seasoning. Normally, if I didn't have this Mr. Pete's Cajun Seasoning, I would add some fresh garlic to it, but this has a good, decent amount of garlic in it. So we're going to go ahead and add that. And that's going to be what I start with. We'll taste it down the road. I'm going to get this lid back on. And we're going to go for about another 3 hours before we start checking it. In the meantime, we will start pulling the meat from our ham hocks. Those 4 ham hocks, really all the meat that we have left is about this much. And this is already cooked for about 2 hours since we put the beans in. So we're going to go ahead and add our ham hocks to that. Stir it in. You can tell it's starting to get kind of thickened up to where I kind of want it to be. So I'm thinking another hour and a half and we should have some deliciousness going on. 3 hours after adding these beans, if you could take a look, they're kind of starting to get a little bit creamier. I think that's as much cooking as I want to do on it. I'm going to let it cool down, and as it cools down, it's going to even get creamier. I had to get a close-up of this. Look at how creamy this stuff is right here. Go ahead and spoon me up a little bowl full of this, but I'm going to tell you, and I could be stingy and scoop all this like ham hocks out of here, but I'm going to leave some for some other people. But that looks good right there, I'm going to tell you. This is a done deal. I don't even need to eat this to tell you how good this stuff is. If you were looking for something creamy, tasty, in that bean mood, I'm telling you, this is the bomb. Anyway, give this a shot. You know, something else I'd do with this would be to add some sausage instead of the ham hocks, but the ham hocks just give it a little additional flavor. I'd probably do both of them if I had some sausage, but anyway, this is delicious. Give it a shot. Thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.